Welcome back to Beyond the Battlefield. Let's take a slow, deep breath together. Because today's message is powerful. It may change how you see your job, your stagnation, your sense of unfairness, and your path forward. Tell me honestly, are you feeling stuck at work despite giving it your all? Does it hurt when others keep getting promoted while you're left behind? Are you asking, why is my hard work not paying off? You're not alone, and you don't need to stay stuck. Today, with Krishna's timeless guidance from the Bhagavad Gita, we'll explore why you are not growing despite working hard, why blaming the world keeps you stuck, why Swadharma is the secret to true, joyful growth, and how your modern career directly connects to these ancient insights. Before we step forward, let's revisit the battlefield with Krishna and Arjuna.
Arjuna is trembling, paralyzed, seeing his loved ones on the other side of the battlefield. Confusion clouds his mind, fear grips his spirit. Krishna tells him, "You grieve for those who need no grief. The wise do not mourn the living or the dead. The Atman, the Self, is eternal, unborn, undying. The body changes like clothes. The Self remains. Weapons cannot cut it, fire cannot burn it, water cannot wet it. Heat, cold, pleasure, pain, they come and go. Endure them with calm. True peace comes from equanimity, detachment, and self-realization."
But despite these truths, Arjuna is still lost. He still asks, Krishna, what should I do? Because even when we understand we are eternal in the world of action, we need clarity on, what is my duty?
That's where verse 31 comes alive. Krishna tells Arjuna, "Considering your own duty, you should not waver." This is not a casual statement. Krishna is reminding Arjuna and us that your growth, your peace, your fulfillment lie in doing your Swadharma, your real nature. Let me introduce you to Rajesh, a 32-year-old IT engineer in Pune. Rajesh wakes up before sunrise, checks Slack, answers leftover emails, and scrolls LinkedIn, seeing people post about promotions and new jobs.
I don't get it, man. I work till 1 a.m., fix client issues, handle production bugs, train new interns. I skipped my Goa trip because my boss needed last-minute weekend support. I never say no. I do everything. But then they promote Rohan again. He comes in late, leaves early, just talks confidently in meetings. Somehow they love him.
Raj feels invisible. He's bitter, drained, frustrated with the system.
And like many of us, Ravi has started blaming the company, the managers, office politics, India, even his parents for forcing him into engineering. But Rajesh is missing the real problem. What Rajesh doesn't know, Swadharma, his true nature. Swadharma means your own dharma, your inner nature, your authentic calling, your unique path. Just as the nature of sugar is to be sweet, your nature is to express your deepest potential in a certain way. When you ignore your Swadharma, you can work as hard as you want, but you won't grow. You won't feel peace, you'll feel invisible. Krishna tells Arjuna, "Do your Swadharma, Arjuna, and do not waver. Because your path to growth lies in alignment, not blind hard work."
But Ankur, isn't Swadharma connected to the caste system?
Important point, Jessica. Originally, Varna was a psychological, scientific system for understanding human temperaments. It was not about birth, it was about first, Brahmin. Those driven by knowledge and truth, thinkers, scientists, spiritual teachers. Second, Kshatriya. Those driven by leadership, courage, protection. Warriors, leaders, administrators. Third, Vaishya. Those driven by commerce, wealth creation, building systems, traders, strategists, business developers. Fourth, Shudra. Those driven by service, support, and consistency. They are like technicians, support staff, and caregivers. It's important to remember this was never about vertical hierarchy. It was never about who is higher or lower, more important or less. There is no comparison or competition among these four paths. These categories exist to help us understand ourselves, to find where we function best, where we find fulfillment, and how we can grow naturally. The British, seeking control, distorted this into rigid birth-based caste, destroying its original fluidity.
How does this ancient insight apply in today's corporate world?
It maps perfectly. Brahmin. Data analysts, scientists, R&D teams, teachers, innovators, CEOs, directors, they thrive on deep learning, solving complex problems, and building knowledge. They grow when they are respected for their insights and depth. Kshatriya. Project managers, team leads, crisis managers, startup founders, they thrive on challenges, responsibility, and leading people. They grow when trusted with decisions and accountability. Vaishya. Business development, finance, operation strategists, growth leaders. They thrive on profit, systems, negotiation, and expanding value. They grow when creating win-win outcomes. Shudra. Support operations, customer care, facilities, technical backend. They thrive on precision, stability, and seamless execution. They grow when appreciated for reliability and quality of support. And this allows everyone to grow exponentially into a particular function based on one's true nature. The problem is that people are forced or force themselves into roles that don't match their Swadharma. A Brahmin type forced into cold sales will burn out. A Kshatriya type forced into quiet desk data entry will feel trapped. A Vaishya type in isolated coding will get restless. A Shudra type pushed into high risk leadership will collapse under pressure.
So Rajesh is stuck because he's ignoring his Swadharma.
Exactly. Rajesh does everything except understanding his nature, choosing tasks that align with it, speaking up for the work he wants. His frustration grows while promotions pass him by. Krishna's teaching here is powerful. It is better to fail in your Swadharma than to succeed in someone else's Dharma. And many people misunderstand this word Dharma as religion. But Krishna isn't talking about religion at all. He's talking about your true nature, your innate path, the unique way you are meant to move through this world. Because success without alignment with your true nature, no matter how shiny it looks from the outside, feels empty on the inside, while effort that is aligned with who you truly are, even if challenging, become joyful growth. The road to real success can only go through your real nature, your authentic, alive, natural way of being.
It's like a fish trying to climb a tree calls it hard work, but it's suffering. The same fish in water moves fast, joyful, and free. A lion trying to fly will fail. A lion on land rules its domain. A designer forced into accounting will feel lifeless, but in design will create masterpieces.
Your work should challenge you, yes, but it should never feel alien to your nature. True growth happens when your effort aligns with your Swadharma, with your true nature. Krishna tells Arjuna on the battlefield, "You are a Kshatriya, Arjuna. Even if you let go of every other argument, I still say this is the right path for you. Do not run from this battle, fight." Because Arjuna's entire being, his spirit, his energy, his very wiring is that of a warrior. Krishna says, you cannot sit quietly with a book in your hand. You may hold a book, but its words will not reach the depth of your soul. You may try to serve and massage people's feet, but your spirit will not be present there. You may try to chase wealth, but the money you gather will feel meaningless to you. Value doesn't exist in the money itself. Value comes from the alignment between who you are and what you do. For a Vaishya, money carries value because it aligns with their nature. For a Kshatriya, the only value money has is if it can buy a sword to protect and fight for justice. Beyond that, it holds no meaning. Real value is never in the money. It is in your nature. And when your work flows from that nature, the world's resources become meaningful tools on your path. A Vaishya, by their true nature, if they choose to become an engineer or a doctor, will naturally focus more on making money than on innovating or serving people. They will see a dollar sign in every patient, viewing each case as an opportunity for profit. But when someone with a Brahmin or Shudra nature becomes a doctor, it is different. A Brahmin doctor will serve society by innovating, researching and teaching, constantly seeking better treatments and deeper understanding. A Shudra doctor will bring compassionate care, presence and dedicated service, making every patient feel seen and safe. Both bring wonders to society in their own ways because they are aligned with their true nature.
If many, like Buddha and Mahavira, were born in warrior families but could still become thinkers and spiritual leaders, then why can't Arjuna now become a Brahmin if he feels like that is what he wants to be?
That's a deep and important question, Jessica. Modern psychology tells us that by the age of 3, a person absorbs 50% of all the learning they will do in their lifetime. The remaining 50% is gathered throughout the rest of their life. But that first 50% formed in those early years becomes the core structure of a person's mind and is almost impossible to change. The rest of the learning later in life can be adjusted, refined, and even replaced. But the deep conditioning, tendencies, and inner wiring built in those early years stay as the foundation. Buddha and Mahavira, though born in warrior families, showed clear signs of a Brahmin-like nature even in their childhood. For example, as a child, Buddha was once placed in a competition where he was asked to shoot an arrow at a deer. He refused. His nature was non-violent, contemplative, seeking truth from the very beginning. But Arjuna has never shown these tendencies. From his childhood, he loved the bow. His entire life's journey, his education, and his environment have been centered around being a Kshatriya, a warrior. And now suddenly, in a moment of fear and confusion, he says he wants to give it all up. Krishna knows this is not Arjuna's true calling. It is fear speaking, not truth. Krishna tells him, the path you are trying to take, Arjuna, is not a solution. It will not free you. It will only create suffering. You are a Kshatriya. Know this deeply. Complete your journey with the dignity and courage of a Kshatriya. Either you will gain honor through fulfilling your path, or you will fall into dishonor by running away. Because running from your true nature out of fear will never lead to peace or growth.
How do I find my Swadharma?
Start with these reflections. What energizes me deeply, even if it's hard? What can I do for hours without feeling drained? What do others appreciate in me naturally? What feels heavy, even if I succeed? What did I love as a child before the world told me what to do? Journal these insights.
Take 15 minutes today. Sit quietly without distractions. Ask yourself, what is my Swadharma? Where am I betraying myself for approval? What small shift can I make to align with who I truly am? Even small steps create momentum toward aligned growth.
Krishna's call to Arjuna is Krishna's call to you. Do your work. Do your work. Stop copying others. Stop seeking growth in all directions. Align and then grow.
If you feel stuck despite your hard work, maybe it's not the world that is unfair. Maybe it's a sign to discover your Swadharma. Because when you align with your true nature, your hard work becomes your path to freedom. Thank you for joining us today on Beyond the Battlefield. If this episode helped you reflect, share it with a friend. Help them discover their Swadharma. And do not forget to check out our exclusive GPT companion link. BYB Interactive. It's your space to interact. Explore more insights from the Gita, or just continue the conversation at your own pace. Just tap the link in the show notes or in description. And remember, do your work. Growth will follow. See you next time.